So, dear all, thank you for attending this session. I am Ankur Kataria. I'll be moderating today's webinar conducted by the Committee on Financial Markets and Investor Protection, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, on how to generate long-term wealth using Techno Funda, building fundamental screeners, and identifying hidden gems of the market. So, firstly, I would like to introduce CA Charanjot Singh Nanda sir for the opening remarks. CA Charanjot Singh Nanda sir is the current Central Council member of the ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. He was the member of the Central Council member of the ICAI from 2004 to 2016 and then in 2019 to 2022. Currently, he is the chairman of the Digital Accounting and Assurance Board, ICAI, Committee on the Financial Markets and Investor Protections, ICAI, and Committee on Information Technology of South Asian Federation of Accountants, SAFA. He was the chairman of the committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for the following committees: Internal Audit Standard Board of ICI, Committee on Financial Accounting, Committee on Management Accounting, Committee of our Members in Industry, Continuing Professional Education Committee, Public Relations Committee, and many more. He was also the member of the Quality Review Board set up by the Government of India, member of the SEBI Advisory Committee on Primary Market from 2007 to 2010 and Committee on Mutual Funds from 2007 to 2010 and represented ICAI on SEBI Committee on Disclosure and Accounting Standards. So now over to you, Nanda sir, for your thoughtful insights.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry the noise would be there. I'm on Calcutta airport waiting to come to Delhi. So my salutation to both the speakers, Ghanshyam Joshi ji, Suraj Makhija, my younger brother C. Ankur Kataria as the moderator of this session. We have C.S. Samandhi, Mr. Gaver from the board, Ayaz from the technical team, and all who have come here to go home more enlightened. Ladies and gentlemen, the markets are at top gear. So are we. We all feel that investment is a very simple game. You can invest and make money. You need no technicals, no fundamentals, no screeners. You do not find any hidden gems. Whatever you have, you buy it, that goes up. But how long? If market was a person, it would say, क्या यूं ही चंद लम्हों में पढ़ लोगे मुझे? क्या यूं ही चंद लम्हों में पढ़ लोगे मुझे? मैंने खुद को लिखने में बरसों लगाए हैं. Market is with people who understand market. Market is with people who understand the risk initiative in it. Undoubtedly, the market is on a bull run. But when the deep cracks comes, it kills, evades your capital. So for that, we have identified two of the very great speakers whom I have always admired, Mr. Joshi and Mr. Makhija. They will take you through the entire thesis of how you should invest, how to create value and worth by investments in the market. Not speaking much, I'm in the airport. I would give the dice back to Ankur Kataria for further proceeding. Ankur, the dice is all yours now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. So, thank you so much, sir.
Can take over. Ankur ji, आप
Yeah.
So I need to just leave. I actually hurt my toe. I just need to go to the doctor. So thank you so much, Ghanshyam ji.
Not,
Thank you.
yeah, not an
Yeah.
issue. Take care, sir.
Suraj, before you leaving,
Uh,
I would say that it was really a great session. I also learned a lot of things from your session, and I believe that I am a student of market.
yeah,
I'm still learning it.
everyone is.
Day by day, I am improving to some extent. Yeah, but a really great session. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Suraj.
Thank you. I love it. Thank you so much.
So, good evening, Ghanshyam sir. So now I would like to introduce CA Ghanshyam Joshi sir to share his views on how to generate long-term wealth using Technofunda, building fundamental screeners and identify hidden gems of the market. So if I tell you about the Ghanshyam sir is a BCom fellow member of the ICI. He is also having a diploma in IFRS from ACCA UK. He is a qualified NISM series research analyst exam, which is a prerequisite for SEBI registered research analyst. He was the member of the Capital Market and Investor Protection Committee of WIRC of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for the year 22-23. He is also the member of the study group constituted for formulation of study group on revamped the certificate courses offered by the Committee on Financial Markets and Investor Protection. Also, he has delivered several lectures at various forums of ICAI and professional groups, including National Conference on Capital Market at Pune branch of WIRC and many more. So, over to you, Ghanshyam sir.
Yeah. Mm, Thank you, Ankurji, for the nice
Yeah, thank you,
introduction.
sir.
Thank you, Committee of Financial Market and Investor Protection. This is my third webinar on this platform. Apart from the national conclaves, national conferences, and branch level seminars. Yeah. So let's start. I will share my screen. Screen is visible.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's visible.
Voice is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So my topic for today is building fundamental screeners, identifying hidden gems of the market. So first of all, these are the standard disclaimers. Whatever I'm sharing, that is for study purpose only, educational purpose only. I am not a SEBI registered advisor, though I have qualified NISM research analyst exam, but yet to be registered as a SEBI certified research analyst. So I can't give you any advice or tip. No investment advice, no trading calls, all are for study purpose. Do your own research before investing into any stock. Take advice from SEBI registered advisor before investing. Whatever sites I am using, these are for information purpose only. There is no any intention of promoting those sites, or there is no paid promotion of the sites. No stock specific query, please. I am not a SEBI registered advisor. In the last 15 minutes, we will open the forum for question and answer. I set the alarm. And if you have any further queries, then you can tweet me. You can DM me on my Twitter handle. My Twitter handle is @CA Ghanshyam Joshi. And DM is open. Now, what are the learning objective of today's session? Quick recap of fundamental ratios. We have learned fundamental ratios in our uh, CA course. We will just go through some of the fundamental ratios. Then importance of interest coverage ratio vis-a-vis debt equity ratio. Then what is PEG ratio? Importance of PEG ratio, PEG, profit earning growth ratio, and then Graham number. Suraj sir has given a reference to Benjamin Graham, who is father of fundamental investing. He has discovered this Graham number. Then understanding results and turnaround stories. Then beyond results, this I am not covering. Then question and answer. There will be 15 minutes. Last 15 minutes will be there for question and answer. Note down your queries and ask at the end so that my flow will not break. Then, while doing the fundamental analysis, there are three parts of fundamental analysis: quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis. And in quantitative analysis, some ratios are to be checked. And these are the key ratios which we need to check. See, one is working capital ratio. Everyone is well aware about working capital ratio. Then debt to equity ratio. While checking debt to equity ratio, why to check interest coverage ratio? We will cover that. Then current asset, quick asset, current ratio and quick ratio, that is to be checked. Then operating profit margin. This is very important. Then asset turnover ratio, EV by EBITDA. EV is economic value of the business. ROE, return on equity, and return on capital. Uh, ROE and ROCE, return on equity and return on capital employed. This ratio. Then earning per share, price to earning ratio, price to book ratio, then price earning growth ratio. We will talk little bit about this. Then dividend yield, promoter holding, pledge percentage. These are very important. Then market cap to sales, profit growth ratio, sales growth. These are some important aspects, important ratios which we need to check. Then going to next slide. What is the correlation between debt equity ratio and interest coverage ratio? Say if debt equity ratio is greater than 1, then many persons avoids to take entry in that stock. What I will say, if the debt equity ratio is greater than 1, then check interest coverage ratio. Sometimes many companies run their business based on borrowing. If they are generating a good profit and their interest coverage ratio is good enough, in our academic term, we say that interest coverage ratio more than 2 is good. But what I will say, in the practical terms, take it as a 5 at least. If interest coverage ratio is more than 5, then go with that company. Next, price earning growth ratio. PG ratio refers to the stock valuation method based on the growth potential of the company's earnings. How the company is growing, based on that, the price earning growth ratio is calculated. Formula is P ratio. What is P ratio? Price divided by earning is price to earning ratio, P ratio, and that ratio divided by the future earning growth of that company, that is called as profit earning to growth ratio, PEG ratio. If you look at, if you calculate from at your own or from sources, what is the forward PEG ratio, that will be more better to determine, that will be more better for taking a decision of your investment. Forward PEG ratio is determined based on annualized future growth rate for a certain period, usually up to 5 years. Then trailing PEG ratio, that is determined based on the stocks trailing growth rates. पास्ट का जो भी है हिस्ट्री उसके ऊपर वो डिटरमाइन होगा. Then Graham number, commonly known as Benjamin Graham number. This stock valuation measure was proposed by Benjamin Graham. He is recognized as the father of value investing. There is a fixed formula for calculating the Graham number. Square root of 22.5 into EPS into BV. EPS stands for earning per share, BV stands for book value per share. One can use Graham number not exactly, but nearest to the intrinsic value of the business. If we have to calculate the intrinsic value, then we have to calculate the discounted cash flow. Then what will be the terminal value for calculating the discounted cash flow? In many cases, we do not have that value, or we cannot certainly assess what will be terminal value and what will be the future growth rate. So it will be difficult for a common person to calculate intrinsic value of the business. So instead of that, one can use Graham number. Then these are the common parameters. What should be the limit? Price earning ratio, P ratio, lower than the sector's average is better. ये फंडामेंटल के बुक्स में लिखा हुआ है, but in today's parlance, if you see P ratio of many companies, those are higher than the sector average. Then price to book value, lower than the sector average is better, but equal to the sector average or with some premium with the sector average, that is also better. It should not be that the sector average is 5 and the company's price to book value is 4 times, 5 times than the sector's average. Then you have to take cautious decision. If there is any story playing out, if there is any turnaround story is getting in, some new businesses that company incorporating in its portfolio, then you can give higher valuation, because as per Dow theory, market discounts future uh, future of that business at current. Okay? Then in common parlance, the sales growth ratio, profit growth uh, ratio, return on equity, return on capital employed, return on invested capital, ROIC, this should be greater than 15%. मतलब CAGR growth of 15% is good enough for growing a business. And here I would like to draw your attention to one fact that generally what we see as ROE stands for return on equity. ROCE stands for return on capital employed. But in share market, in equity market, replace the on with off. Replace this on with off. Return of capital employed, return of equity, that is more important while you are making a decision of trading or investing, because market is very volatile. We can't predict whether the market will continuously go up or it will go up and down and again when it will go up. So take a informed decision with proper risk management. Then debt to equity ratio, lower the better, maximum it should be 1, but in certain cases it can be more than 1 where the industry is capital intensive. Pledge by promoter, this should be nil, but in some companies like banking, telecom, or where the heavy capital is required, in those companies many a times promoters pledge their shares to get a loan. In that case, less than 30% pledged by promoters, that is okay. Why? Why pledge by promoters should be nil? See, if suppose the promoter is pledging his shares at that time, the share price is like here. Yeah, the promoter has pledged his share. This share has moved 4x or 5x from this base, and here promoter is going to pledge his shares, and then if suppose that price is coming down, what the financial institution from whom that promoter secured the loan, what they will do? They have to chase the promoters. भाई और हमको collateral दो. They need more collateral securities to secure that loan because the price is falling down. So that is the catch here. Okay, I think you got the point what I am trying to explain. Then understanding results. We see on television, on various sites, that results came in quarter on quarter performance is very good, or year on year quarterly performance is very good, or 9 months, just the current quarter ending was 9 month ending. 9 month on 9 month performance is very good. 9 months performance versus last whole year performance is very good, or the numbers are beating the estimate. So in that balance, let's understand what are the key components of results. One is sales or revenue, gross sales, net sales. Then operating income, or you may say it EBIT, operating profit. Then operating profit and operating profit margin. Sorry, first is operating income. Yeah. And second is operating profit and operating profit margin percent. Then from that operating profit, reduce the interest and depreciation and amortization. You will arrive at EBIT. From EBIT, add less extraordinary items and tax expenses or tax income. You will arrive at net profit. And net profit divided by number of equity shares. You will arrive at EPS. In EPS, we see the diluted EPS and our regular EPS. Yeah. So while checking this number, we need to check the year on year and quarter on quarter growth. If there is a growth, then it is good. If there is a degrowth, then we have to keep that stock in our monitoring list if we are holding that stock. See, एक क्वार्टर में नंबर खराब आए तो फंडामेंटल पूरी तरह से खराब हो गया ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते. We have to check for at least 2 to 3 quarters. If consistently the numbers are going down, then we have to take the decision whether to hold or exit from that stock. Also, we need to check compounded annual growth rate for 3 year, 5 year, 10 year of their revenue, operating profits, profit, and EPS. While checking this number, do not forget to check segmental reporting wherever available, because sometimes what happens, the number are steady, but profit is going high. Why? Because that company is now focusing on more profitable business. Which segment is giving more profit? Suppose earlier their sales is 60, total sales is 100. Yeah, total sales is 100, and out of that total sale, one segment A, it is contributing 60% and segment B contributing 40%, and their net profit margin percent, if this business is giving 6% net 10% net profit, and this business is giving 15% net profit, so What will be the net profit? 60 into 10%, 6, and 40 into 15%, 6. It is coming to 12. And 12 means average net profit is around 12%. Now suppose the company is focusing now more on this business. This business is growing. Its sales has gone, we can say it's revised sales. This is gone to 60, this is gone to 40. The NPM percent is same, 10% and 15%. My sales is at 100 crore only. Now, what will be the difference here? 40 into 10%, I will get net profit of 4 here. 60 into 15, I will get of net profit of 9 crore here. So my net profit will go to 13 crore, and in aggregate, the net profit percentage will be 13%. So with the help of segment reporting, we can identify these type of trends. If suppose in next year, from this 60-40, which is giving 10% and 15%, next year the sales ratio has gone to, here it is 20 and it is gone to 80, and again the net profit margin has in this segment increased from 15% to say 18%. What will happen? The profitability will jump higher. 80 into 18%, that will come to 14.4 crore, and 20 into 10, that will come to 2 crore. So now the profitability has increased to 16.4%. So whether my top line is same, but with the change in segment, change of focus of management from segment A to segment B, which is a milking cow, my profitability is increasing. That's why segmental reporting is important. So check the segmental reporting also. With the help of the results, we can identify turnaround stories. Some points, checkpoints for turnaround story. How can we identify? Last year or trailing 12 month sales is much higher as compared to previous year. Latest year or trailing 12 months. Latest year means latest year ended was March 23. If suppose you are comparing March 23 results, that was the year end point, or after the coming quarter, March 24, latest year was March 24, and trailing 12 months was also March 24. Trailing 12 months कब प्ले में आएगा? In this mid of the year. Now 9 months results are getting published. In this case, current year's 3 quarter and last year's 1 quarter, that will be the trailing 12 month, is much higher as compared to previous year, say last 2-3 years. That sales is much higher. Then operating profit margin and operating profit are also increased as compared to previous year. Then is there any change in management? नया management आ रहा है, new management is taking over the business and they are more visionary than the earlier management. उनके बेली में आग है और वो बिजनेस को ग्रो करना चाहता है. ऐसा अगर मैनेजमेंट आता है तो कंपनी में एक स्पार्क आएगा, टर्न अराउंड स्टोरी बनेगी. आइडेंटिफाई दोस. देन whether the company is going for capacity expansion. If yes, identify it in early stage and then play that story. Then check the management guidance through annual report or through quarterly results with my management commentary. कौन कॉल देखिए, कौन कॉल में देखिए कि मैनेजमेंट जो बोल रहा है वो कर रहा है नहीं. व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, what they were said in the past 2 3 con calls, whether the management walks the talk. जो बोल रहे हैं वो कर रहे हैं क्या. Then check the sector is in boom or sector is in demand. Tailwinds देखो, supported by national and oblique or global economy. Current example, defense sector, railway sector. If we see our economy, our government is allocating more funds for defense sector, more capex is allocated for defense and railway sector. So if there is a tailwind, then identify companies in that sector which are turning around. We'll take an example, practical example, how to identify the turnaround stories with example on uh, with the use of screener.in. You may use other sites also. Then other aspect to study from financial reports. बहुत बार लोग ये चीज निग्लेक्ट करते हैं. इसने बोला ले लिया, उसने बोला ले लिया, अंदर तो घुस गए मगर अभिमन्यु मत बनो. Check the history of equity expansion or issue of shares. What is the cost of funds and its impact on cash flow? Whether the company is issuing right issue, whether the company is going for public issue, either IPO or FPO. If suppose earlier that company was not listed, unlisted company, you have acquired the shares before the public issue. Now keep a track whether that company is going for IPO. IPO क्या प्राइस पे आ रहा है. इफ IPO आ गया था, then FPO आने वाला है. FPO क्या प्राइस पे आ रहा है. If the company is going for QIP, qualified institutional placements, check कितना करंट मार्केट प्राइस से कितने डिस्काउंट पे आ रहा है QIP. 7 8 10% एवरेज ठीक है, बट इफ द QIP is coming at heavy discount, then it should be a trigger point, alarm point for you. Issue of shares on exercise of warrant. मैनेजमेंट को वारंट इशू किया था, मैनेजमेंट कन्वर्टिंग देयर वारंट्स इनटू इक्विटी. दैट मींस द मैनेजमेंट इज कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट देयर बिजनेस, दे आर गोइंग टू. अदरवाइज क्या है, मैनेजमेंट के पास तो ऑप्शन है ना, जो भी डायरेक्टर्स है उनके पास में ऑप्शन है, प्रमोटर्स के पास में ऑप्शन है कि उन्होंने जो वारंट लिए थे वो वारंट इक्विटी में कन्वर्ट करने के बजाय वारंट एक्सरसाइज कर ले और उसका पैसा ले ले. ठीक है. देन whether the company is issuing ESOPs. ESOPs देने से क्या होगा, जो कंपनी के एम्प्लॉयज है, हायर लेवल एम्प्लॉयज, उनको इनडायरेक्टली उनका वेल्थ बढ़ेगा. अगर वहां पे वो कुछ शेयर नहीं बेचते हैं, एक्सेप्शनल केस में कुछ कुछ होता है, जैसे एक कंपनी से छोड़ के जा रहा है दूसरी कंपनी में, वो बोलता है ठीक है मेरा ये इतना इसका ESOP था, उसमें से मुझे कुछ पैसे चाहिए, मैं बेच दिया. दैट इज अनदर पार्ट. Then check for preferential allotment. Shares allotted to one or more selected set of investor. वहां पे कोई बड़ा प्लेयर अंदर एंट्री मार रहा है क्या. See, if any PE is coming in, then he will do the due diligence of the company, then he will put his money in that company. Otherwise, no. So if we go for the company's due diligence, whether that company, that corporate will हमको कुछ भाव देगा क्या? नहीं देगा. वही अगर कोई पी फंड उसमें आ रहा है, they will show their full books of accounts, all things they will explain. And those who have the experience of due diligence, they know how difficult it is to face the due diligence process. Then check the dividend and earning history, past history, what is the future prospect, वो भी check करो. Then history of corporate action through bonus, split, right issue, buyback, dividend payout, वो भी एक बड़ा impact करता है आपके equity holding पे. Now this is an example. सूरज सर ने भी screener.in बताया था, यूज किया था. See, if you create your login with any email ID to screener.in, you can keep a dummy login also. ठीक है? Need not to be your actual email address. See, एक कोई temporary email address बना लो, उससे login करो. If you don't want to give a secrecy. If you do not log in, then what we seen, ये खाली 3x3 का मैट्रिक्स सूरज सर के इसमें दिख रहा था because he was not logged into screener.in. If you log in with the free version, what I am talking is with the free version, yeah, you can add more 18 ratios to this, which give you a brief idea how to screen that share. मैं ये मेरे कुछ है, मैं देखता हूँ, हाँ ये मेरे पास हो रहे हैं, तो then I will go into deep dive into that stock. Then after this 9, how you can incorporate these another 18 ratios? Go here on this edit, on this edit ratios button, go here, and you can with this add to table, or after clicking on this edit ratio, there will be a list. From that you can select the ratios which you want on the surface. So with the help of 27 ratios, you can glance the stock immediately. Then you can decide whether I have to go for a deep dive or not. This is my standard template. Sir, is it visible? Hello?
Hello.
Ankur sir, are you there?
Hello. Yes, yes, sir. I think so. There is some audio issue here. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is this clear, visible?
Sir, it's a kind of a bit light.
A bit
If
light.
you can zoom it a bit.
Okay, I will go to company. This just take
This
this
is
ad for example.
yeah,
This is my
yeah, it's
standard template. Yeah.
yes, sir. It's visible
Forget
now.
about the name and all thing. This
Yes,
is
sir,
my
sir. It's now.
standard template. Yeah. You
Mm.
can, in the free version, you can add to the first 9 ratios, 18 ratios more here. Yeah. I am a premium subscriber. I had premium of various sites because I extensively use the sites. That's why I have to have the premium version to get maximum benefit of those sites. Okay. So these are the standard ratios which I check before going into deep dive. Now I am in on presentation. Ankurji, is presentation is visible now?
Yes, sir. It's clearly visible.
Yeah. Now आफ्टर गोइंग टू दिस screener.in, log in कर लो, फिर go to these screens. After going to these screens, you can create a screen, create new screen. Yeah, here you can press and you can create, you can write here query. It will give you some guiding, whatever you are typing उसके बारे में information यहाँ पे देगा. And here is a detailed guideline on creating screen. You can go to that also, and you can use this feature for free also. Yeah, there is no need to subscribe for this, using this feature. Say suppose I want list of companies whose PE ratio, price to earning ratio, is greater than 50. ठीक है, अगर मैं ऐसे क्यूरी टाइप करता हूं and if I run this query, I get a 1083 companies here. ठीक है, जिनका PE ratio is more than 50. If I sort this on the P ratio in ascending or descending order, see here, this company is having 22,185 as P ratio. This is 6,656 in sense valuation. Yeah, Geo Financials 6,413 P ratio. You can check like this. So coming back to presentation, here this query I created when I was discussing with one of my friend on Twitter. His Twitter handle is Wealthverse, and this query is available in public domain. You can scroll through my uh, timeline on Twitter, and you will get this query there. Yeah, what I have taken here, current price is less than high price, means whatever its high price, current price is less than that, and current price is greater than high price into 0.08. matlab that current price is not more than 20% down than the high price. And why I have taken this, if suppose that stock is corrected more than 20% from its high, then there may be chances that there will be a further correction in that, in technical language. Then, and EPS, use this word and while writing the query, so that this plus this plus this plus this condition will be satisfied. Now I have created here a bracket and or, and then bracket close here. See this carefully. See, we had one session of Mr. Mulind Upasni, I think in last month. Yeah, from books to booking profit, that was available in our recorded sessions of ICAI library. Yeah, you can just go to the website and go through that session. He used one term, can slim. Can slim में क्या क्या आता है? Sales is increasing, EPS is increasing, profit is increasing. Either quarter on quarter or year on year, 25% का increase है. Then that will qualify as a can slim. Go and Google search for can slim and check all the criterias. Out of that, I took one criteria here. क्या अल्टीमेटली आपका प्रॉफिट बढ़ना है, अगर आपका सेल्स बढ़ रहा है, या इफ सपोज योर ऑपरेटिंग net profit is more than operating profit, then go and check whether there is any extraordinary income. With the extraordinary income, your EPS will go high, but whether that extraordinary income will be in recurring nature, in more of the cases, no. So if operating profit is more than your if your net profit is more than your operating profit, then go and check whether there any extraordinary income. Then coming back to the query, EPS latest quarter is greater than EPS latest quarter. In current scenario, the latest quarter is December end. That is greater than EPS preceding quarter. EPS preceding quarter means December quarter के पहले वाला quarter. The previous quarter than the December quarter means September quarter into 1.25 means 125%, means 25% more than the preceding quarter. Means my latest quarter EPS, that should be, if suppose latest quarter preceding quarter EPS is 100 rupees, so my latest quarter EPS should be 125, and EPS of latest quarter is greater than EPS of preceding year quarter. Means for the current scenario, latest quarter is December 2023, EPS preceding year quarter means December 2023 quarter. So what this condition says, EPS latest quarter should be greater than EPS preceding quarter. December 23 quarter EPS should be 125% of September 25 quarter, and December 23 quarter EPS should be greater than December 2022 quarter. ठीक है? It is clear? Clear, Ankur ji? Until here, any
Yes,
question
sir.
is there? I should. Then, second condition, first bracket is over here. Then I used here or. First bracket is still open. Yeah? Or EPS latest quarter means December 2023 quarter EPS that is greater than EPS preceding year quarter means December 2022 quarter into 1.25%, 1.25 मतलब current quarter का EPS December 23 quarter EPS should be more than 125% of December 22 quarter, and EPS of latest quarter is greater than EPS of preceding quarter. December 23 quarter EPS should be greater than September 22 quarter. Means here I can combine two conditions. My December 23 quarter EPS ये क्या होना चाहिए? Either it should be December 22 and September 23. This should be greater than December 22, or this should be greater than 1.25 of December 22. Okay. If this is greater than December 22, then simultaneously I should have at least December, it should be 125%. 125% means 1.25 times of September 23 quarter. If December 22 quarter से current quarter का EPS 1.25x है, then simultaneously it should be more than 1x or more equal to or more than September 23 quarter. यहाँ पे कितना भी ज्यादा चलेगा मुझे, 1 है, 1.05 है, 1.25 है, कुछ भी चलेगा, मिनिमम 1 होना है. ठीक है? So this is a combined condition which we have to understand while we considering the canceling theory. Then I used here the condition current price is less than 25,000 to eliminate जो बहुत जिनका प्राइस बहुत ज्यादा है. See, from retail investors perspective, it is many times it is not possible. They do not dare to enter in a high priced stock. Nestle, earlier its price was more than 25,000 or more than 20,000. Now after split of share, वैल्यू सेम है बट प्राइस उसका कम हो गया है. 1:10 वो स्प्लिट हो गया. सो दैट 22,000 प्राइस बिकेम 2,200. अभी लोगों को क्या लगता है, हाँ चलो अभी मैं ये ले सकता हूँ. इसलिए पहले क्या हो गया था, 22,000 था जब, नहीं नहीं 22,000 का एक शेयर है कौन ले. एंड दैट इज ट्रू. इफ सपोज one want invested 10,000 rupees in each share, then Nestle was out of his syllabus. Now after becoming Nestle 2000, he can at least buy 5 shares of Nestle. So current price is less than 25,000 and current price is greater than rupees 20. Why greater than rupees 20? To eliminate the lower value stock. ठीक है. And return on capital employed is greater than 15. जो हमने पहले बात की थी, ROC, ROE all should be at least more than 15. Here one condition, one more condition can be added. Average return on capital employed for 5 years, that is also greater than 15. Average return on 5 years average return on equity, that is greater than 15. One can add this condition also here. Price to earning is less than industry price to earning into 1.25. मीन्स इंडस्ट्री का पी अगर 20 है तो प्लस 25% ऑफ दिस 20, मतलब कितना हो जा रहा है, 25 मेरा पी आएगा. इंडस्ट्री एवरेज इज 20, then my stock P that should not be more than 25. ठीक है, क्लियर है. Then pledge percent, we have discussed about this. This should be less than 30 and ये दोनों साथ में कभी भी देखना है. इंटरेस्ट कवरेज रेशियो इज ग्रेटर देन 5 एंड डेट टू इक्विटी रेशियो इज लेस देन 1. देन मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन इज ग्रेटर देन 100, मींस ग्रेटर देन 100 करोड़. यहाँ पे जो भी ऐसे नंबर डाले हैं ना, इट 5 मींस 5x आएगा उसका, 1 मतलब 1 टाइम, 5 टाइम, 100 मींस market capitalization is 100 means 100 crore. Promoter holding 50 means 50%. जब आप प्रैक्टिकली कंडीशंस इसमें डालोगे ना स्टेनर में, क्यूरी बिल्डअप करते समय, वहां पे उसके एक्सप्लेनेशन आते जाएंगे. हम एक दो एग्जांपल देखेंगे उसके. प्रोमोटर होल्डिंग इट शुड बी ग्रेटर देन 50%. प्रोमोटर का स्किन उसमें अटका हुआ होगा तो ही प्रोमोटर अपनी कंपनी के लिए काम करेगा. अदरवाइज दैट कंपनी शुड बी फुल्ली प्रोफेशनली मैनेज्ड. अगर प्रोफेशनली मैनेज भी नहीं है और प्रोमोटर का पैसा भी नहीं है तो भगवान मालिक है वो कंपनी का. देन अनदर आई चेकिंग हियर FII होल्डिंग, DII होल्डिंग. इफ यू रीड द मार्क मिनर्वी बुक, मार्क मिनर्वी ने इंस्टीट्यूशनल फेवरेट अगर कोई कंपनी है तो वहां पे वो इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. सो I am checking here FII holding is greater than 1 and change in FII holding is greater than 0. Holding downside नहीं आनी चाहिए. Holding should be in upside. If suppose earlier they were holding 10,000 shares Now the share in current quarter should be more than 10,000. 10,100 होगा चलेगा, 10,001 होगा चलेगा, but it should not be less than 10,000 current quarter का holding. Or here I am using or. First bracket, this condition is completed here, bracket started here, bracket is closing here. DII holding greater than 1 and DI change in DII holding is greater than 0. So either DIR or FII holding, it should be greater than 1, either of them. अगर दोनों का है तो बहुत बढ़िया. If DI is there, FI is there, and the holding is greater than 1, then that is very good. And change is also greater than 0, means they are not kicking off their stake. Now पेटीएम वगैरह जो अभी का एग्जांपल है, that is a altogether different story. या अगर हम फंडामेंटल अच्छा स्टडी करें तो पेटीएम का शेयर कभी लेने लायक था ही नहीं. और पेटीएम के डायरेक्टर्स ने बोला था कि we could have issued the IPO at more price, but we want to leave some value for investor. अभी पता चल गया इन्वेस्टर के लिए कितना वैल्यू रहा है. So this is the query. Now coming to this screener. See, if I want to enter that query here, जैसे मैं यहाँ पे promoter holding डालता हूँ. Yeah, it is clear now. The website is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
Yeah.
you may continue.
Promoter holding. When I write here promoter holding, when I started writing here promoter, I got the options promoter holding, change in promoter holding, unpledged promoter holding, change in promoter holding 3 years, pledged percentage. So I selected the promoter holding that is greater than. Immediately add, when I written here promoter holding, I got a pop-up here in this box. Promoter holding, what is defines promoter holding as per latest shareholding filing value in percentage terms. So again, should I write here per 50%? If you write 50%, no harm. If you write only 50, then that is also okay. Here, to build the query, we have to use and, or, either and or. या एंड ऑब्लिक और जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना उस हिसाब से. देन प्लेज परसेंटेज that should be less than. Pledge percentage, the value is in percentage term, that is less than 30. And market capitalization is ये किस टर्म है, वैल्यू इन रुपीज करोड़, CR is for crore. Market capitalization is greater than 100 crore. So नैनो स्टॉक्स इसमें से हट जाएंगे. Likewise you have to build the query जो ये पैरामीटर्स दिए हैं. If I run that query, instead of writing the query, I had already written that query here and all the parameters defined here. So after running this query, we will get some results here. These companies are appearing here. Randomly, I am taking one example to understand the fundamentals. Now check the example of Tega Industry. Now don't go and jump into Tega Industry. Why I am saying, if you see the chart, this share has run a lot. See, it is already 2x for me. This share is already 2x for me from this level. Yeah. नहीं तो बोलोगे घनश्याम ने बताया था एग्जाम्पल ले लो, अभी भी जूस रह सकता है इसमें, बट यू हैव टू नाउ generally what I check on fundamental ground, these 9 metrics, these are common for everyone. Then you can define as per your choice, as per your requirement, the other ratios. Yeah. So what is here? P ratio is, I compare with industry P. So industry P is 48 and this company is this, take this as an example for how to analyze. Yeah. Don't say that we are checking for Tega industry only. Yeah. This is a common example. This is in stock P is less than industry P. Then ROE, ROC, ROE, ROC, these are more than 15%. That is okay for me. ROIC is more than 15%. That is also okay for me. कंपनी का प्राइस 1186 है, whereas ग्राहम नंबर which I use as a intrinsic value, इससे ये current price is near about more than 3x but less than 4x. ठीक है. पेट्रोस की स्कोर is, it is at average level. 5 is average, more than 7 is good, and 9 is the best. 3-year back book value is not available, means company was not incorporated before 3 years. Industry price to book value is 5.48 and price to book value of the stock is 7.28. It is in times X. Current book value is 163. 163 into 7.28 comes to 1186, or 1186 divided by 163, that comes to 7.28. थोड़ा बहुत कंपनी डिविडेंड भी देता है. ओके. फेस वैल्यू 10 रुपीज का है. देर आर फर्दर चांसेस दैट द कंपनी में गो फॉर split from 10 to 5, 10 to 2 or 10 to 1. Sales growth 5 years is 17.2 years. Good number. Sales growth is trailing 12-month sales growth. That is 20.5. Interest coverage ratio is more than 5. Good enough. Debt to equity is less than 0.7. That is good. Market cap to sales 5.89. Quite high. But okay. EV by EBITDA more than 10. That means the stock is overpriced. PEG ratio is less than 1. So अभी भी जूस बचा हुआ है. Promoter holding near about 75%. Pledge 0. Good sign. Profit growth trailing 12 months is 38%. ROCE for 3 years is 22% and ROCE for the current year is 21.4%. Change in FII and DII. This is my own formula. You can create your own formulas also. Is 46%. EPS latest quarter is 7.13. EPS latest quarter is 7.13, whereas EPS previous quarter is 3.22. रिजल्ट्स आ गए कि इसका अभी का कैसे देखेंगे हम? वी कैन गो हियर क्वार्टर्स, सितंबर तक का रिजल्ट है, मींस व्हाट इज द लेटेस्ट क्वार्टर? दैट इज ऑफ सितंबर, not of December. Yeah, keep it in mind. So September quarter EPS was 7.13 and previous quarter was June quarter EPS was 3.22. This is my own created formula. EPS quarter on quarter 122% का jump है quarter on quarter EPS में. EPS previous year quarter that was 5.33. Current quarter was 7.13. Year on year quarterly EPS growth was 33.8%. This is EPS is trailing 12 months, means latest result is available is September 22. So September, June, March and December, those 4 quarters EPS is 29.3. March 23 EPS was 27.2. March 22 EPS was 17.6. 17.6 से 27, 27 से trailing 12 months 29.3, good growth. And EPS growth for last 3 years year on year basis, that is for 34% का EPS growth है. Now expected quarter EPS जो हम बात कर रहे थे ना, फ्यूचर का EPS कितना हो सकता है? 8.75. Against that latest quarter EPS is 7.13. अगर EPS बढ़ेगा तो अल्टीमेटली प्राइस अर्निंग रेशियो वो कम होगा, प्रोवाइडेड दैट प्राइस इज इन सेम रेंज. या अगर प्राइस बढ़ता है और ईपीएस बढ़ता है, पीई अगर सेम है, सो यहाँ पे प्राइस इंक्रीज होगी. कोरिलेशन एक बार देख लेना प्राइस टू अर्निंग और इसका, उस पे से वो ध्यान में आ जाएगा. Expected quarter EPS, next quarter EPS is 8.73. Cash cycle huge, बहुत ज्यादा है. So the company का working capital cycle management is might be not proper, or the company is in Tega Industries leading manufacturer and distribution of specialized critical and recurring consumable products and for the global mineral beneficent mailing and bulk industry. Globally, Tega Industries are second largest producer of polymer based mill liner. So वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल मैनेजमेंट कंपनी का बराबर नहीं है, इसलिए कैश साइकिल इज 244 डे. कैश साइकिल कैसे आएगा? अगर हम यहाँ पे रेशियोज में जाएंगे तो डेटर्स डेज, इन्वेंट्री डेज, डेटर्स डेज प्लस इन्वेंट्री डेज माइनस डेज पेएबल, that will come to cash conversion cycle. Debtors days 121 days है, whereas inventory days are huge, more near about 200 days. तो इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर रेशियो इसका बढ़ना चाहिए तो इन्वेंट्री डेज कम होंगे. सो वो कैसे होगा कि कंपनी का जस्ट इन टाइम इन्वेंट्री अगर हो सका तो देन इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर रेशियो बढ़ेगा. एंड वर्किंग कैपिटल डेज इज 162. आरओई कंपनी का 6% था, 3% डाउन हुआ, 10%, 12%, कोविड पीरियड 12%, next year 26%, then 19%, and again coming back for improvement. So going to the quick ratios again. Quarterly profit variance means quarter on quarter profit variance is 34%. EBITDA growth for 5 years, that is for 25.9%, up from down from 52-week high. Currently it is just 3.31%. High कितना है? 1227. Current price 1186. So you can scan the as per this, and operating profit margin trailing 12 months का 21.8%. So overall अगर हम ऐसा एनालाइज करेंगे तो अच्छा है, ठीक है. Not again, this is not an investment advice or trading advice. Do your due diligence. Take advice from your own research analyst, SEBI registered analyst. क्या डिस्क्लेमर, इसको बहुत पहले नियर अबाउट यहाँ पे आइडेंटिफाई किया था, ठीक है. एंड आफ्टर गिविंग दिस ब्रेकआउट, होल्डिंग दिस शेयर फ्रॉम दिस लेवल नियर अबाउट, ठीक है. फॉर मी इट इज नियर अबाउट 2x ऑलरेडी. सो गोइंग बैक टू द क्यूरी, इस हिसाब से आपको क्यूरी लिखना है और बनाना है. नाउ कम टू अनदर क्यूरी. टर्न अराउंड स्टोरी की बात की थी हमने, यस. टर्न अराउंड स्टोरी, हाउ कैन वी आइडेंटिफाई द कंपनी. जैसे हमने बात की थी, नेट प्रॉफिट इज ग्रेटर देन नेट प्रॉफिट लास्ट ईयर इंटू 2. मतलब लास्ट ईयर का जो नेट प्रॉफिट है उससे डबल का नेट प्रॉफिट मुझे अभी चाहिए. एंड नेट प्रॉफिट इज ग्रेटर देन 10 मीन्स नेट प्रॉफिट अगर हम यहाँ पे टाइप करते हैं, नेट प्रॉफिट, तो यहाँ पे ये क्या दे रहा है, हियर इट इज गिविंग द वैल्यू इज इन रुपीज करोड़. नेट प्रॉफिट मीन्स नेट प्रॉफिट ऑफ द कंपनी ड्यूरिंग द लास्ट 12 मंथ्स मीन्स ट्रेलिंग 12 मंथ्स का नेट प्रॉफिट, ठीक है. नेट प्रॉफिट लास्ट ईयर, व्हाट इज मीनिंग बाय दैट. नेट प्रॉफिट ऑफ लास्ट ईयर, नेट प्रॉफिट ऑफ लास्ट ईयर, इसके लिए अभी क्या हो जाएगा, लेटेस्ट ईयर एंड. व्हाट वाज द लेटेस्ट ईयर एंड, मार्च 2023. देन ईवी बाय एबिटा, व्हाट इज ईवी एबिटा, enterprise value divided by EBITDA ratio, ठीक है. that value is in times. and what is EV, enterprise value, enterprise value is the market capitalization plus debt minus cash and cash equivalents, that value is in crore. So what is EV by EBITDA, this enterprise value मतलब means market cap plus debt minus cash and cash equivalent divided by EBITDA is earning before interest, depreciation and tax. Interest, depreciation, amortization and tax, that is EBITDA. So how to find out the turnaround stories. नेट प्रॉफिट मेरा बढ़ रहा है, नेट प्रॉफिट मेरा 10 करोड़ से ज्यादा चाहिए मुझे. आई नीड द नेट प्रॉफिट more than 10 crore. Net profit last year that was negative, and current year net profit means trailing 12 months net profit is becoming positive. EV by EBITDA, that is greater than 0. Enterprise value divided by EBITDA, that is greater than 0, means my business is coming in profit. Book value should not be negative. अगर book value negative है, if book value is negative, then is there any point to invest in that stock? You are not buying asset, you are buying the liability. So that's why book value should be greater than 0. And net profit margin, NPM, stands for net profit margin. That is value in percentage. Net profit margin is greater than net profit margin preceding quarter. This is the query. Now here I am written and I am not given any condition. If I run the query, then it will throw an error, unknown word, NPM preceding quarter and, मतलब यहाँ पे कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गया है. There is some mistake here. So I have to remove this, and from here, from now if I run the query will give me results. If I further put a tick mark here, only companies with December 2023 results. If I put a tick mark here and I run the query, then the result is for only 9 companies. Hope you have written down the query. If not, then just check here again and note down. Net profit is greater than net profit last year into 2, and net profit is greater than 10, and net profit last year is less than 0, and EV by EBITDA is greater than 0, and book value is greater than 0, and NPM latest quarter is greater than MPM and net profit margin preceding quarter. ठीक है? Then these companies are coming. Go and check the fundamental. Go and check fundamental in detail. Then with the fundamental, one more thing you have to check while finding out the turnaround stories. Check all these parameters you have to check, which I have explained, which we have checked in the slide. Then check with the peers how the company is standing. Then check for the quarterly results, whether steady growth is there or not in quarterly revenue, quarterly operating profit. Then check whether interest cost is increasing or decreasing or it is at stable. Check why this, we have to check this. If the company is going for borrowing, if the company's borrowing has increased, then the interest cost will go up. If the interest cost is going down, then company has reduced its borrowing. If the depreciation is increasing, that means company has invested in something. Then go and drill down the balance sheet and check the PPE, property, plant and equipment schedule, where that increase has happened. It should not be in vehicles. नहीं तो पता चला कि डायरेक्टर्स ने महंगे महंगे कार ले लिए और उसकी वजह से PPE बढ़ गया है and depreciation has increased due to that, whereas there is no any additional capacity increase. So that is one red flag I observed in one company. Trading company and depreciation is going high. Just check the vehicles has gone on going up, book value of vehicles. Then further drill down, and then there was some point in notes that directors have acquired new cars as per the employment policy. Pathetic way. So check whether the profit before tax and net profit, whether that is increasing or not quarter on quarter. Check EPS is increasing or not. Here 63,000, here 56,000, whether that other income is of normal or extraordinary, you can come to know from here. 56, 63, it is a normal, but they are recognizing on yearly basis, not on every quarter, December to December. Why? need to check the financials in detail. Then if you check the profit and loss, year on year, sales is increasing, operating profit is increasing, operating profit margin, here it was extraordinary, but when the sales increased here, it is increasing again. So follow the basic rule of our costing. If fixed cost is at same level and your revenue is sales is increasing, sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution, contribution minus fixed cost is equal to profit. So sales per unit is increasing or total sales is increasing, per unit sales realization and per unit variable cost is same. In that case, your contribution will increase due to volume, increase in volume. And if your fixed cost is same, then it will translate into bottom line, net profit. So वो चेक करो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है. This interest cost 180, 223, 235, depreciation 70, 81, 108 depreciation. Go and check the balance sheet whether this is due to PP increase in PPE. If yes, then go to notes. Here, go to the con call, check the presentation, what the company is doing, whether management is expanding the capacity. यहाँ पे इसमें notes नहीं आ रहा है. If notes comes here, then you can read it. So this was the basic idea. Then coming back to presentation, this is the sample page. We have checked this live. Now, how to, now we have 10-15 minutes more. Yeah. Now combine technical with fundamentals. You can download, you can first check the technicals. You can build a one technical scanner. Whatever stock is coming in that scanner, you can check the fundamentals of that scanner. Or this scanner I built on chartinc.com, which is also free. You have to just make a login of yourself. Yeah. This is the link for that query. Yeah. Check for this link. You will get the readily built up scanner of this query on charting. What is the basic theme behind this? Weekly 7 moving average crossing above weekly 20 moving average. I am using here simple moving average because I want to play for long term. If you are a short term player, then you can, instead of simple moving average, you can use exponential moving average. What are the entry criteria here? If weekly moving average 7 is crossing above, crossing above means suppose this is your 20 moving average. Okay, this is your 20 weekly moving average. I am using simple moving average, and say this is your weekly 7 weekly moving average. So this is crossing from downside, crossing above the 20 weekly moving average. That trigger my entry point. Then current price should be greater than 200 daily moving average. See, it is 2045. We have to wrap up fast. Yeah. DMA is daily moving average. Price should be greater than 200 daily moving average and price should be greater than 50. I don't want the penny stock here. One can keep this price about 20-25 also. Then volume on entry date, that should be 2x of average 14 days simple moving average volume. मतलब there should be a spurt in volume बड़ा होना चाहिए. Monthly RSI, that should be greater than daily RSI relative strength index. Yeah, monthly should be greater than daily RSI, and 20 or 50 days relative strength of that stock, that should be greater than 0. Means what was the price before 20 days or 55 days and what is the price at current. The current price should be greater than 20 days price, either 20 day above what was the price before 20 day or what was the price before 55 day. So either ये दोनों में से एक से current price should be greater than this. Okay, clear है? Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
And what should be my stop loss? एंट्री कोई भी कर लेगा, बाह एग्जिट कैसे लेना है, दैट इज ऑल्सो वन इंपॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया. स्टॉप लॉस शुड बी sorry higher of 20-day moving average of entry date. On what day you are entering in? Yeah, what is the 20-day moving average of that day, or 10% from the entry price. दोनों में से जो higher है, that should be your stop loss. When to exit? Any one of the following condition. If suppose the RSI has gone up, if suppose this is the RSI, yeah, RSI band, you know, it move between 0 to 100, and some people plot between here 30 and 70. 70 के ऊपर अगर RSI गया तो हम क्या बोलते हैं? It is gone into overbought. There is nothing overbought and oversold. Yeah, overbought can remain overbought. Maximum it can go to 100. That is a price band. If suppose this RSI has gone to 75 and then coming down and crossing down to this 70 level, in that case either book partial profit here, or you can decide whether to exit or continue in that. Second exit point, if suppose the stock is making lower lows, this is a candle, yeah, then this is a candle, this is the sorry, this is one candle, this is second candle, and this is the third candle. This open is less than this close, this open is less than this close. This is also called three black crow pattern in candlestick. If that pattern is forming, then I will take exit from it, or if my stop loss triggered, either stop loss or trailing stop loss. If that is triggered, then I have to take the exit from that stock. So trailing stop loss may be shifted to 20 or 10 daily moving average as per risk appetite after stock crosses 20% profit level. Means if suppose you have entered at 200 rupees at price of 200 and the stock has gone up by 20%, then you can shift your stop loss to trailing stop loss, and that trailing stop loss that may be either 20 daily moving average or 10 daily moving average. Yeah, according to you can take the decision. This is the scanner, and while building the scanner, main contribution goes to my friend CA Amit Kulecha. This scanner is tribute to him. If you want to listen him, check on our library recording 1st April 2023. There was a session, my session and Amit Gulecha's session there. He is a very, he was a very good speaker. I still feel he is with us. Psychologically बहुत अच्छा बात करता था. And he was a good trader. आज भी easy निकलता है, was नहीं आता है उसके. On chatting.com, you can create a login and you can create the scanner. Stock passes all the following filters in. Either keep here watch list, create your watch list, make it live watch list, say it yes, and build your watch list, your universe of watch list, and then run this scanner on this. Or you can run this scanner on, instead of watch list, you can choose here Nifty 500 or Nifty 200 segment according to your choice, or you can choose cash segment here. Then condition, how to build the condition. This button you are seeing here, green button, click on that, then choose SMA, close 7, then convert it to weekly. Here convert it to weekly SMA 7, crossed above, weekly SMA, close 20. Means what we have seen, 7 SMA crossing above, from the down crossing above 20 SMA. That is first condition. Then daily close greater than number 50, daily close greater than daily SMA, daily close 200 means आपका big daddy support, which we call 200 SMA as big daddy support. So your price is above 200 SMA, your price is crossing on weekly basis, 7 week simple moving average is crossing above 20 week moving simple average, daily volume is greater than daily simple moving average of volume. It is not a close, it is a volume. Many person make mistake here. Yeah, SMA डालते ही यहाँ पे close आ जाता है. You have to deliberately change this here from close to volume. What is your 14 days average simple moving average volume into 2 or into 1.5, and daily MACD histogram that is greater than 0. Why? Because when MACD histogram becomes 0, when MACD line crosses crossed above the MACD signal line, at that time MACD histogram becomes 0. That's why that is a buying signal for me. Then monthly RSI that should be greater than daily RSI. Yeah, you can add one more condition here in this. Daily RSI should here instead of greater than, daily RSI less than 75, number 75, 2055. Okay, and stock passes any, here any of the condition below in cash segment, here also I have to take cash segment, then backtest, bracket daily close minus 55-day ago close divided by 55-day ago close into number 100. That means this formula is giving me difference in percentage between current close and 55 days above close in percentage term, and that should be greater than 0. Same with 20-day ago close. Yeah. So current price, either of these condition, if that is satisfied, then that stock will come in my scanner and I will go and check for the fundamentals which we have discussed earlier, and then I will plan my entry if with the technical the fundamentals are supporting. Now we are in time. The forum is open for question and answer.
Yeah, sure, sir. First of all, thank you for the great insight, sir. It was such a deep dive session into the technical and fundamental prospects of the market. So, uh, so there are few questions in line.
Yeah.
So the first question is from Mr. Sumit Jain, that what if, sir, retail holding is highest in a company?
Retail holding should not be more than 50% in any company. If retail holding is higher and the company is not managed by professionals, then there might be chances that promoter is taking step by step exit from that company, and if the fundamentals does not support, if the sales is not increasing, profit is not increasing, then keep away from that company. Protect your capital first. पहले अपना पैसा बचाओ, बाद में प्रॉफिट बनाओ. Next.
Yeah. So there is one question. It's related to the kind of a trading segment, like short-term swing trading or a momentum trading strategy works best during the bull market. But how can it be helpful? How a technical analysis can be helpful during consolidation or the bear market if we are planning to make a swing trade or a momentum trade once in a while?
See, in bear market, you find if you are a long player, then find the strong stock and go long in that. Yeah. If you are a short player, मतलब आप मंदी करके पैसे कमाने
मंदी
वाले
करके.
हो, then check the which sector is weak. From that sector, find out which stock is weak. See, I am not a short seller. Yeah. मुझे शॉर्ट करके पैसा कमाने की अभी तक महारत नहीं है. आई एम नॉट परफेक्ट एट दैट बिकॉज इट नीड्स अ लॉट ऑफ गट्स एंड डेयरिंग. या तेजी करके पैसा कमाना मेरे लिए आसान है, बट शॉर्ट करके जो पैसा कमा सकता है, दैट ही इज अ रियल ट्रेडर एंड ही मेक्स much more money faster than the person who makes money from long. Just do opposite from when you are going long. Build a scanner exactly opposite. Yeah. If you are building a scanner for long, put it in inverse way for doing short. Then you may find the stocks for short selling. कौन किसको शॉर्ट करना है? फाइंड आउट द सेक्टर विच इज द वीकेस्ट सेक्टर ऑन दैट डे, एंड फ्रॉम दैट सेक्टर विच इज द वीकेस्ट स्टॉक, उसको जाके ठोक दो, शॉर्ट करो. अमित भाई वैसे ही करता था.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Sir, there's one question from Maulik Sinazala, that how to find a multi-bagger stock using the technical analysis, or what aspects you can look if you are kind of need to find a stock that can outperform numerously. So what uh, limited aspects that you will see, yeah, that these are the major points that I have to look upon. And if all those points are triggered, then I will make a fresh entry into that stock, and it can be a multi-bagger too.
See, turnaround story we have checked. Yeah, we have checked the previous query. From that, you can find the strong stock. Along with that, कुछ और बातें मैंने बताई थी, ये चेक
Yes, sir.
करना है. Check the con call. What will be the future of that company? See, multi-bagger you can't identify right now.
Right now, correct.
It will become
What
over
point
a
of time.
period of time. Yeah, ऐसे नहीं है. It's just like a bamboo tree पहले 4 साल में बढ़ता नहीं है, फिर 5th ईयर में एकदम ग्रोथ होती है. Reliance consolidated for 10 years, and once it has given a spark, 900 to 2000,
27,
2100, 2400, then again consolidated in that range, and again given a breakout and range.
2900.
So for finding the multi-bagger, you have to patience. You need to study the numbers, mainly the fundamentals. Check the credit ratings. क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसी जब उसका क्रेडिट रेटिंग देते हैं, वहां पे वो काफी सारे उसके फ्यूचर के बारे में वगैरह लिखते हैं.
बताता है.
यस, दीज आर सम क्लू पॉइंट्स. चेक द टेलविंड्स. गवर्नमेंट क्या बोल रही है, किस सेक्टर को ज्यादा कैपेक्स अलोकेट हो रहा है. वो कैपेक्स, वो सेक्टर तो ग्रो करना ही है, उसमें कि कौन अच्छे है, किसका ऑर्डर फ्लो ज्यादा है, ऑर्डर्स इन हैंड कौन कौन से पता चलेगा. प्रीवियस ईयर का व्हाट वाज द ऑर्डर्स इन हैंड प्रीवियस ईयर और इन प्रीवियस क्वार्टर, and how much was the execution, how much was new order grabbed in this quarter, and what is the closing order. If you have orders on hand more than your 1 year's turnover, or in some cases it goes up to 3 years, 4 years turnover, that will become a multi-bagger. Probability is high. There is no guarantee in stock market it will go
Yeah,
exactly.
but
Yeah,
depends upon the company
the
execution, how
probability.
they
Yeah,
execute.
yeah. Again, you have to check all the fundamental parameters. You have
Fundamental
to check the
prospects as well.
management integrity and all these things. Hope I had answered the question properly.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. So that's it from the question and answers block, sir.
Okay.
And
Then
it was,
coming to the last slide, I hope that whatever I delivered today, that will add value to your knowledge. And I would like to thank you, the Committee of Financial Market and Investor Protection of ICAI, for giving me the opportunity. I would like to thank you, all the panelists, the technical team, the moderator, and all the audience, listener. Thank you all.
yeah.
See you again. तब तक माँ लक्ष्मी और माँ सरस्वती की कृपा हम सब पर बनी रहे. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was lovely listening to you and getting such insights regarding the technical analysis mixed with a blend of fundamental analysis as well. So it was a great learning session for me as well, and I hope, and I'm quite guaranteed that for others also it is a great session to something look upon. So thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you for
Thank
today.
you. Thank you.